Aiden Heaven, Lenny Yoro, or Luke Shaw, who would you start on the left-hand side of the back three? That's the question I'm asking as we do build up to this important one. The biggest football party has been saved for last for Man United. It's a game that will perhaps bring hope that was lost among many as fan because it has been largely a forgettable season. What a terrible season, by the way. This has been for Manchester United. And every day, every minute, people are trying to bring back the bad history, the dubious records that we have, I think, dropped. Amorim performing worse than, I think, the guy who relegated Derby County, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, guys, don't think you're going to make anyone lose focus from the ultimate. We are winning a Europa League title and we are getting back into the Champions League. We don't care about no dubious records you're telling us about. We know that. Guys, there is nothing new. There is no bad record you're going to bring now that will change the fact that we are winning the Europa League and going back into the Champions League through the back door. Yes. So better get used to whatever United is. People are trying to judge Amorim, trying to put it on him. Bad records, terrible, worst records. So what? So they fire him. Come on. What did you expect in 7 months of him in charge? Would you expect him to transform the team in 7 months and they are winning the title? What exactly did you expect? And I'm thinking, people are actually seriously raising this now? Really? Anyhow, I'm hoping none of you is like that. Just like I'm hoping all of you are learning how this thing called the internet that you're watching me from, that you spend a lot of your time on, pays people. How do people earn money on the internet? That's something you've got to be educated about. If you're not aware, come and learn from wherever you are. Come and learn. You people outside your home country, you're an African, but you're working in a foreign country. You're not sure your contract will be renewed, or you're tired of the conditions, or you're homesick. Build your income through the internet so that after your contract is expired, go back home to your country and just continue earning. Yeah, it's doable. It's easy. And the beauty for you people is that the internet is so accessible to you everywhere you are in those countries where most of you Africans go and work. I'm here for you. Come and learn how the internet pays and start growing your money. It's sweet money, fam. So sweet. Now, what's sweeter was, I think, listening to both Harry Maguire and Bruno, who were sandwiching Amorim in the pre-match press conference. First of all, it's not every day lately that you see two players addressing a press conference. I also think this could be the first time we saw both Maguire. We get to see both Maguire and Bruno addressing the media at the same time, in the same presser. I don't remember that happening ever since Bruno took away Harry Maguire's captain's armband. I think it's not. I've not seen it happen. But now that Maguire is balling, he feels important, no pressure. And Bruno, of course, the team is looking improved. We see. I've been telling you about the chemistry. So they spoke together, and of course about the game and everything. And Bruno talking about how it's not just about him lifting the trophy as the captain, but everyone will get a chance to touch it. If they win it, of course they've got to win it first. But for me, the thing that I picked most from the press conference was the resolve that Amorim has got. Media, or the journalists were trying to corner him into probably saying that his job is dependent on the result of whether United wins the Europa League or not. I mean, he's clearly debunking that, but somehow these very shallow media guys keep asking the same useless question instead of trying to ask him solid questions. Like in the left-hand side of the back three, you've got three players who are all not 100% fit. So who are you going to play? Lenny Yoro is just returning. It would feel like a deep end. In fact, Amorim himself mentioned that perhaps Yoro and Dalo will give a few minutes to Zakzi. So then Aiden Heaven, same thing, only returned in the previous game, not played a lot of football. This is a final, remember, against a Premier League rival. Then Luke Shaw has not been starting games. Even when he has not been looking exciting. So a smart journalist should be asking Amorim what the plan is for the left-hand side of the back three. Because we know in the middle, Maguire, and on the right, Mazraoui are there. But what about that side on the left, which is also important, so important, by the way, because Man United plays a lot through there. They play a lot through the left wing. So you don't want it to look like the clear weak link for Spurs to try and exploit? So those are the questions you want to hear. These guys asking. Now I'm putting the question to you now because I know you're not Amorim, but I want to pick your mind that if it were up to you under the circumstances now, who would you rather start on the left-hand side of the back three? Is it Lenny Yoro, who just returned? Is it Aiden Heaven or Luke Shaw? Because those are the options. Or can even be Diogo Dallo. I've not seen him play there, has he? No. Maybe it could be Mazraoui, switch to the other side. Then that would mean either Dallo, who is also just returning from injury, plays on the right, or Victor Lindelof starting on the left and Mazraoui remains on the right, both sandwiching Maguire, or Lindelof goes on the right and Mazraoui goes on the left. What is the plan for that position? Because it could be a crucial position for Man United. If Spurs are sharp, they could exploit it because that's where you see a clear weak link that can easily be a point of trouble on concern for Man United. So for me, that's what I'm looking at. Now, in my view, what do I think? And I honestly think that, first of all, Amorim is going to have to trust one of them. Amorim is definitely going to have to trust one of those three. I don't think he's going to gamble with Lindelof or with Mazraoui played on the left and then not in a final. I feel for me, the fact that they are in the squad, I feel he should feel like they can. And being a final, maybe it could be too much for Aiden Heaven. I mean, I think Aiden Heaven, that would be maybe too much trust. He's not 100% fit and just returned, played a few minutes in the other game. Didn't look so good in those few minutes. You don't throw him in the deep end of the most important game for the club in years. I think you want to perhaps shield him that way. Though for Lenny Yoro, the case is different. I feel like Yoro, if he deems him fit to be in the squad, I think Yoro is still in that mood. He has not been out for long. I feel like he's in that element, his element. So maybe Yoro can be a priority ahead of Aiden Heaven. Then Luke Shaw is the other, but Shaw has been confusing, if I'm being honest. He has been confusing, not played enough games, but in this particular one being a final, and the fact that he has been getting a couple of minutes in his feet, I feel like he could be maybe slightly a better option now than Lenny Yoro, who has not been 100% only trained today. Maybe Luke Shaw could be the guy who starts on the left-hand side because Luke Shaw, of course, gets the team playing. He's a good footballer. When he clicks, he's okay. Not at his Luke Shaw levels, but maybe because he's fitter, we would say he's maybe a little fitter now than Yoro and Aiden Heaven. So maybe Luke Shaw could be starting just because of the fitness, but also it's a final and his experience maybe can come in handy to first give the team a bit of balance and that calmness that he should bring to the pitch because of his experience and the magnitude of the game. And then later, either Yoro or Heaven, whoever he deems fitter, can come in and play the other minutes. So maybe Shaw can play one half. If they have their math or the doctors have told them that Yoro is fit enough for 45 minutes, then let Shaw start and Yoro comes in for the next 45, or Aiden Heaven or whoever is fitter to be playing a couple of minutes or longer minutes. So for me, that's what I'm seeing. But if they are all at the same level and Amorim feels they are all good enough to be starting, certainly it should be Lenny Yoro starting ahead of all. So that's my view. I want to pick your mind. What do you think? And of course, tomorrow in my starting 11, I'll be giving it to you in the morning. I'll be giving you my probable starting 11. We'll build it here with you. So, but I first want to look at that back left-hand side of the back three. What exactly is the plan? Because I feel like it's the weak link. You can think about Hoyland and being the striker, this is the Europa. He has been getting the goals in the Europa League, I think. Hoyland. So I strongly think it goes to that. But drop me your opinion. Who do you think should be starting in the left-hand side of the back three. Just to give you one more time to take you through the team that has traveled. So there is Heaven, Lindelof, Maguire, Mazraoui, Luke Shaw, Lenny Yoro, Johnny Evans, Diogo Dallo, Patrick Chiadogu, and Harry Amas. Yeah. In the middle, we've got Casemiro, Toby Collier, Eriksen, Bruno, Kobe, Mount, and Ugarte. Then Ahmad, Garnacho, Hoyland, and Zakzi as the forwards. So, that's how we see it. But I think majority of people will agree with me that Lenny Yoro, if he's deemed fit, he should be the one to start ahead of the others. Give me your view in the comment section. As also you think about when you will get your time, your 1 hour to learn how to earn from the internet. My name is Webb. Like, share, and subscribe. We'll talk more about United. And of course, all this news concerning players we are linked with, including Emiliano Martinez, who we are seriously chasing with Atletico Madrid. With Atletico Madrid, we are chasing the same goalkeeper, according to the latest reports that came through. We'll talk more about him in a bit. For now, that's it. Cheers.